everybody, this is Desiree, your wellness and health coach from Herba Pharmacy Natural Healing. In May month, we're dealing with the winter support protocols. It's getting really chilly. People are looking for alternatives, looking to boost your immune system, and maybe checking on what you can do to use as preventative measures against any of the winter blues or bugs or colds or flus. In our article that we have put out for the Vibrant Health series on winter wellness, we've got quite a few tips and guidelines on, for example, flu, runny noses, sore throats. There's a whole protocol for each of them, which includes what we would suggest in products that you use. When we're looking at the flu in particular, one of the things we keep forgetting is we assume it's a bug or a bacterium, which it actually is. It's not a virus. It's viral. It's not bacterial. And we assume that we catch it from other people through sneezing, coughing, that type of thing. There is that form of contamination, but where the original point starts, and it's a very, very interesting one if you look at Dr. Hilda Clark's take on the flu in the Cure of All Diseases page, I think it's 102, you will see that Salmonella and Shigella is one of the biggest culprits of flu contamination. And where the Shigella and the Salmonella comes in is from products, specifically dairy, like cheeses, your yogurts, your cottage cheese, your creams, your milks, that type of thing, that carry the Salmonella and the Shigella in it. We're assuming that most of this is bug related, in that it is in the air and that it's being carried in the air. Most of the infections and contaminations come from the food base. And then once we as an individual have got the flu and we cough and sneeze and contaminate our environment or our hands and then touch things, that's how that spreads. But we can use preventative measures in building up to the winter months, and as we're in winter already, we can use products that help boost the immune system, keep the immune nice and strong, so that even if we are surrounded by people that have already caught the flu, have got the tummy bugs or whatever is going around of that nature. Each season is different, as we know, so each season has a different type of flu. We can use preventative measures, simple things like introducing the tinctures, which we've got a huge variety. I think there's over 80 something tinctures on our website. You can use tinctures in the form of straight onto the tongue, underneath the tongue, and absorbing those. The well-known one that everyone knows is the echinacea. The other one that is absolutely fabulous is hydrangea. And normally what I do is I start, when we're edging towards the winter months, I start making rooibos tea. I add my 15 to 20 drops of hydrangea, 15 to 20 drops of ginger, 15 to 20 drops of my passion flower, and I use that as a warming tea at night. You can make your own fresh ginger tea, which is even better, and then add these wonderful tinctures and their properties to the tea. Have it 2 or 3 times a day. One of the things that is quite important to remember in the winter months, and most of us kind of like slide because the body gets sluggish, it's cold, we don't want to move, we want to keep warm, we want to snuggle down. There are a couple of tips that I use in every winter month that may help you. The one thing I make sure of is that I'm eating the right foods. So I eat for winter wellness in making sure I've got good carbs in the form of like sweet potatoes, pumpkins and squashes. Those are all high in vitamins. I keep my vitamin C level in supplementation as well as my foods quite high. And if you're supplementing 1,000 milligrams per day is sufficient, as long as you're eating really good quality food. Your fruits as well, make sure your fruits have got high quantities of vitamin C in. The other thing I make sure I keep up with is my vitamin D, because it gets cooler and it gets darker quite quickly. So we're not exposed to the sunlight where you get your normal load of vitamin D from. So I supplement with vitamin D as well. When we have this this dip in the vitamin D, especially over the winter months, it can happen throughout the year, but normally in the winter months, when we have this dip, our serotonin levels also drop because the vitamin D's drop, they drop as well, it drops as well. And this can lead to like moodiness, mood changes, fluctuation in mood changes, sometimes even depression in cases that are extreme. So keeping up your vitamin D's keeps your serotonin level up, and it keeps you out of that moodiness and the change of the mental capacity. Also, upping your vitamin D's and your vitamin C's and increasing them during the winter months, it helps the cognitive ability. So it helps you think better, think clearer. We've also got to keep in mind, nature is a beautiful thing. In winter, most things hibernate. Now, humans never ever think of the fact that they should be hibernating. But in essence, our body in winter months does go into a form of hibernation. So it slows down. The system doesn't operate as fast. We've got to eat accordingly. We've got to keep exercise up, trying to do 2 exercise sessions a week in winter. Things like Qigong or Tai Chi, something that's warming, something that's relaxing and warming, but that ups your energy levels, keeps your energy level high, is also very important, because taking in good clean air, outside air being clean, making sure that your environment is aired quite well, not always kept closed. That's where germs breed. So environmental air nice and clean, but inside body air also being clean, getting the circulation going, getting that movement going. A lot of clients have said to me, why is it that I always put on weight in winter? Well, there's 3 things actually. One is you stop moving as much. 3, we stop drinking water because it's cooler, so we want warmer things to drink. And 4, we eat for comfort. So we eat to pack on a bit of fats around us to keep us warm. Now, if we can maintain the level of good diet, so eating well for winter, we can hydrate well. And remember too, water hydration is very important, especially in the winter months. That saps out all our moisture. Low water content affects your thinking ability. So the higher your water levels and the cleaner your water levels in your body, the better your cognitive ability is. It keeps your systems nice and clean and flushed out. The other thing is get good sleep. Very important. 8 hours good solid sleep. If you can't sleep or you've got problems with sleeping patterns, use the natural remedies. We've got a beautiful Sleep Deep capsule that is natural. Use it to get your pattern back and then come off it. So here we've got circulation, move, hydration, water, keep your water levels up. 3, eat well. 4, exercise, move, keep moving. It's very, very important. Winter months are meant for us to kind of slow down a little bit on the physical level, but it doesn't mean that just snuggling up underneath a warm blanket and keeping in closed doors is going to keep us away from flus and bugs. The tips that I've given about Salmonella and Shigella, take them into account. Read the article, which is posted onto our blog, and of course the video is on our YouTube channel. Please remember to turn on the icon bell, subscribe so that you can get notified of all of our wonderful emails that are available. Watch the space, because next month we have a beautiful surprise in store for all clients purchasing over a certain amount, and that will become a standard in our e-commerce online store. So thank you for watching, and happiness and wellness and health to you until we see you again. Thank you. Bye-bye.